Alrighty, so we are at a location where we've got some crazy power lines. As you can see, this alleyway is just, of course, littered. Any alleyway is. And you might just say, well, that's exactly why we don't deliver dumpsters to alleyways. And I wouldn't blame you for that. I get it. I understand, however, sometimes you do what you got to do and make things happen. So I just wanted to make this video talking through working with power lines with a roll-off truck, with a truck that has rails that are going to go up in the air. A hook lift is probably going to be a lot more convenient, a little bit easier to kind of navigate through this. However, with me, I'm combating multiple layers of these lines, and I wanted to just kind of briefly share this with you. So I'm going to show this as much as I really can here of what this looks like for me. I did make sure that when I was lining this up and dropping this dumpster off, that this was not going to catch on this one. Before I lifted anything, I saw exactly where the lines were, just lining stuff up, and then ultimately making sure where the dumpster was going to be would actually be out of the line of sight for the actual dumpster coming off. So not too much in there on this 20 yard, but being able to kind of cheat the system a little bit, with kind of pulling forward when I have to, when I need to be able to make it work, or pulling the truck back into it if I really need to. So right here is the point where is the point of no return right there. I can't have this truck while the dumpster is down there. I can't have this truck going forward at all. So basically from this position here going backward, I have to move the truck that way rather than pulling the dumpster up onto it, because I don't want to have any type of dumpster issue going up and then touching that at all. It's just not worth it. So I'm going to be pulling the truck to the dumpster and going in reverse, meanwhile also making sure that these lines up here, that we're not walking into it and that they're not actually getting caught on the hook here in the back top here, and then, you know, on the outside. All right, see, at some point down there maybe it's going to start causing an issue potentially at the back. We're going to go ahead and start lowering the rails, lifting up the can a little bit, and we're going to just kind of cheat going back further and further. I don't know another word of, you know, keep just small little adjustments to be able to get this can up, but still go underneath that actual line right there. So that's what we're shooting for as we get this picked up. All right, now that the front lines are basically at the front windshield marked right there, and we've got plenty of room to get the can up and then go down. Now the only concern is to make sure that this line that's kind of slightly crossing doesn't actually touch this kind of edge right here, because it's literally, I don't know if you can tell, but probably 3 feet below that. So we're gonna go ahead and keep kind of controlling this and make sure that we're going the right direction. Yeah, and pull the winch in, pull the dumpster forward. That's way above that side, so not too concerned there. And then just make sure we're good here. Honestly, these are kind of some low hanging lines. I would not want to have this. I can touch, just about touch this up in the air. So that is not ideal. We're getting pretty close here to the edge, so I'm going to keep pulling forward So we're still going to be clearing that. And then, yep, we should be fine. We'll go ahead, straighten that out now. Actually, I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to extend my my little camera deal here, if this helps. Now we're above that. And then we'll just go forward. So now all there is to do is just make sure that when I turn out of here, and there we go, we're locked in. So as I turn out of here, I just need to make sure I'm basically going that direction. This alleyway is, I don't know if you can tell, I had to go super straight and go hard to loop in to come this way. There's no way I'm making this turn to go right here. So I'm gonna be going straight out that way. That's how I left last time as well. So we're gonna go ahead and turn out of here. But yeah, we are razor thin. In my opinion, if you are going to be doing any type of alleyway drop-offs, if you're going to well, have a roll-off truck, you know, certainly a trailer, a roll-off trailer would be better overall. I think it's going to be lower, the rails are going to be lower, of course. A hook, of course, is going to be much probably easier as well, without the, you know, the equation of the rails going up high and potentially, you know, having perpendicular lines that I have going on here being an issue. For me, this is probably the least convenient way of picking up a dumpster, dropping off a dumpster. And you just have to be very slow, be methodical about it, and make sure you're able to walk around the whole truck and see what's going on, when, how, you know, all of that. I've recently talked about it in a video, but this wireless remote that I now have, being able to do the rail system as well as the actual winch for my system has been a game changer. I would have had to stop and not be able to see exactly what's going on as I'm moving. Now I can go 360 all the way around to see what's going on. So this has been a huge help to me for my business. And this, you know, sometimes you have customers who have, you know, back alleyways that for parking, and you've got to be able to make it work. Ultimately, I've shown up. I remember when I showed up to customers' homes saying, hey, I've got my dump trailer here, what's where do you want it parked? And they're like, well, yeah, you were the second or third person I called because other people couldn't get their roll-off trucks in somewhere because their rail system was going to have to go up so high, and there were trees and limbs and power lines, and it just wouldn't work. And so that's absolutely a possibility. If you have a truck that the rails are going to go super high up, or there's just very low hanging you know, lines in general, this could be a possibility for you. For me, I've learned kind of slowly to be able to how to kind of cheat and manipulate, slowly going up, pull the truck back to the dumpster, pull the dumpster forward, and then go up, you know, depending on the situation. These things happen, and if you're not ready for it, don't put yourself in a position where you're not safe, you're not you know, potentially putting people's your equipment and other people's property, you know, in jeopardy. It's not worth it. It's not worth the claim. It's not worth the 1-star review and all the damage and potentially somebody getting hurt. It's just not worth it. Ultimately, power lines, it's too risky to be putting something up to chance. In this position, this case, I could have done this a couple different ways, but I've done this enough now with power lines and different things. I'm fairly confident. Going slow, being methodical about it, you can get it done, but there's definitely other ways. A trailer or a hook lift could probably do this even easier. So it is what it is. Hopefully this has helped you. Have a great day, guys. Stay safe. God bless.